What's up, guys? Welcome to Cologne Reviews and Talks. My name is Thomas Galloway. So today we're going to talk about how to apply cologne. And this is a topic that I think is one of the main reasons people don't really wear cologne, is that they're worried they're going to spray too much, worried they're not going to spray enough, not really sure where to spray it, all that stuff. So I'd like to go through some of the basics. So first of all, you need to know what type of event you're going to and what it's going to be like, so you know how much cologne to put on. So first of all, if you're going to a date, for example, you're not going to put a ton of cologne. You're not going to spray it a bunch of times because you're not trying to impress the whole room. I've mentioned this before in other videos. You're just trying to impress that one person. So you're not trying to spray a bunch. And if you do, it could be way too much and it come across as you trying too hard, and obviously you don't want that. So if you're going to a date, you're going to want to go on the lesser side. But if you're going to some place that is a bigger event and there's going to be a lot of people there, you're going to be interacting with a lot of different people, and you think it's an event where people are going to be wearing cologne or wearing fragrance in general, then you're going to want to spray a little more. And anytime, we know, because anytime we wear cologne or we wear a fragrance, it's hard to smell other people because you smell yourself mostly. And that's going to be the case if you go to an event where people are wearing a lot of cologne or other fragrances, is that you're going to have a hard time, they're going to have a hard time smelling you because they're mostly just smelling themselves. So you're going to want to spray a little more. Also, whether the event is an indoor event or an outdoor event, or not even an event, just a thing you would do. So like work or school, obviously it's going to be indoor. You're going to want to spray less there just because it's easier to annoy people. Whereas an outdoor event, it's going to be a lot more fresh air and all that, so you can spray a little more. You're also going to want to consider what type of cologne you have and how strong it is. So something like Paco Rabanne 1 million or Versace Eros or cologne along those lines is going to be a lot stronger, and so you're not going to have to spray as much. Whereas a cologne on the other end, say like Versace Manu Fresh, or that's not super, it's not like it's weak, but it's definitely not as strong, and it's not as heavy, so you're not going to smell it as much. But like generally summer fragrances are going to be a lot lighter, so you can spray a little more of those than you would something heavy and dark and woody or spicy or something like that. And another thing you're going to want to consider is what you're spraying with. So whether you're using atomizer like one of these two, I'm not sure if you're too familiar with spray atomizers. They're pretty simple. So basically you can fill them up with whatever cologne you're wearing and you can take it around. So this is what I like to do, because I like to spray enough that's going to last me, say, half the day or 3 or 4 hours or whatever it is, and then take this with me and just spray it again halfway through the day. And then I'm not worried about knocking people out right when the day starts, but once it gets a little weaker, then I can respray. So there's two different kinds. This one, you just do like this deal, and you can fill it up and put it in there. And then something like this, you take off the top of the cologne and take off the little silver part that you spray until you have just like the white little thing that leads down into the cologne bottle, and you just put that on top of it and like push down a few times and it'll fill it up. You can find some other videos that are more specific about how to use these and where to buy them. But obviously this is not going to spray as much. It's going to only spray about half as much probably as a regular cologne bottle. Like say this. So this is going to spray probably about twice as much in general than a spray atomizer, so you're not going to have to spray as much if you're spraying it out the bottle. Another thing to consider is where to spray. So I'm sure you've heard pulse points. I'm not sure whether or not that is accurate or how much pulse points actually help, but I just do it anyway. I spray right here. So I usually spray right here, one spray to each. This is generally when I'm going to school or work or whatever. Some event like that where I'm not trying to spray as much. You can also spray behind the ears, is a pretty common one. People will spray obviously on the wrists, and people will spray on the chest. People will spray on clothes. Some people say don't spray on clothes because the alcohol level or something will mess it up. I don't, unless you have some like really potent cologne, I don't think you have to worry about that. So I think unless your clothes are really super cheap, then you might have a problem. But I've sprayed occasionally on clothes, and I've heard a lot of people on YouTube and the internet say that it's no problem to spray it on your clothes. Also, if you spray it in the air, don't do the thing where you spray it in the air. That and like walk into it, spray it in the air and walk into it, you're not really getting that much. You're just wasting it. And a lot of people will do that because they want to spray not as much. They want like to be more subtle or something. If that's your goal, just do the spray atomizer thing, and it won't spray as much. Or get a lighter cologne, or just spray less. Period. Or you could try the chest thing. That could work, and then you're not going to be overpowering people. Don't spray it in the air. You're just wasting it. If this video is helpful, or if there's anything else you want me to cover, subscribe, contact me. You can email colonereviews@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram, Thomas N. Galloway. I also started a new podcast since the last time I did a video, the Galloway Law Podcast. I'm going to law school next fall, so you can find that on YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud. So thanks for watching, guys.